Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com live recap webinar. This is the time that I really like to go and just kind of recap what we did in our great chat room. I take very much pride in what we do in here, and I love, obviously, what we do as a group. Every morning, as you all know, Awesome Calls Trading gets up. I spend about 2 hours before the market opens. And I comb through just dozens and dozens and dozens of gap up, gap downs. I use my scans, briefing, in Play Plus, and I use Newswatch and Newsware. And I just do research. And I am known as the kind of like the news trader. Very good at what I do. I take very pride in it. I've been trading for about 16 years now. And I determined the movement of the stocks based on how the news or what's been presented in the idea. So if a stock is gapping down 2 points, I'm looking at that stock and I'm saying, well, this should either go back up or fall further. If it's a small cap stock, then my 16 years of trading will tell me, okay, what to look for and how I'm going to run the stock. If it's an offering, analyst call, if it's a bio play, phase one, phase two, phase three, I have to read it. And from there, I make a decision if it should be a long or short. And I'm about 95 to, I would say 90 to 100% accurate on my calls. Usually maybe one out of 12 I might get wrong. My price targets are pretty much on target. It might go a little bit more or come down a little bit less, but the areas where I'm targeting are about right where I'm looking for. And I do this because I've been doing it for so long. But I believe that first, as a day trader, as a day trader, you should be able to have choices. Everyone's not account is the same. I want you to understand that. Not every account is the same. Not everyone has the same platform. All right. And when you have these different type of chat rooms out there, what happens is when you have these chat rooms out there, just a lot of them will play what they've been learning to trade for the last couple of years, 2, 3 years. Most mods that own rooms right now are less than 4 or 5 years in the business, and so they're very limited. And limitations to a day trader is horrible. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you're not taught, and I'm not saying trained. There's a different word between trained. I'm not training you. All right. I don't train people. I teach people. There's a difference in the wording. A teacher teaches like, hey, AJ, I fucked up today on this trade. Okay, let me teach you what you did wrong. All right, not scold you, not belittle you, but just teach you what you saw differently. Okay, from a pro level, from a pro's mind to your mind. I have to get in your head. Okay, why did you think this? Well, I saw this, and okay, well, you saw it wrong. And therein lies that teaching aspect of day trading. The more you're taught, the more you're taught every day, the more education you receive. People pay thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to go to school, all right? To go to college, to get a degree, to become something. Well, you have to look at a chat room, a really designed professional day trading chat room as such. All right? It's an education. Now, you're not being educated when a stock pops and then you try to short it and it pops against you and you lose 20 grand. Okay, you're not you're being educated how to lose money in the stock market. That's what you're being shown. And then there's the traders that will just trade the Facebook, the Amazons, Twitter, MU, AMD. And again, they're taking safe stocks with basic moves with within levels and lines. They try to sell you the fact it's simple, stupid. Anybody can make money. But when you ask that trader, hey, what do I do on Omar today? It's an FDA announced. You will get muted and thrown out of the room because that trader is limited. And when their limitations show, they don't want to hear it from you because they don't want that trader to low more than they do. I mean, you don't want that. You see, in our room, I want you to be so educated because I really want you to understand that why the stock is going to come down. When I say an all-day fader, I'm not talking out of my ass. I'm telling you, this is an all-day fader because it's up too much. The news doesn't justify it to be hold up. Therefore, even though it'll push out of the gate, it'll still fade. What does that mean to you? You can make thousands and thousands of dollars by understanding the movement of the stock and where it's going and why. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Again, every day in Awesome Calls Trading, you never trade almost the same stocks. I might have Beyond on there for a while because it's a range play of 7 to 10 points a day. Why wouldn't I? Range gives money to traders, right? I don't like trading stocks like 50 cents or 40 cents because you, I'd rather get a stock that if I can pull 6 points, I make 600 on 100 shares. If I can get beyond a pop three, I make 300 on 100 shares. If I can take 500 shares CI at 185 and short the stock and take it down 8, 10 points, it's $5,000 for the day. You follow me? If you believe in the trade, and everyone can make money in day trading. Everyone. I don't want you to think for a second that you can't make money. You can. You just have to be educated. You have to know what stocks to go after. Now, there are thousands of ideas out there. Everyone's got an idea. Everybody's got a gimmick. Everybody's got a trade idea. All right? But for me, and this is the challenge of this great room, I isolate 12 that I think are going to pay you the most. So you have to believe in what I'm doing because I believe these 12 stocks are going to pay dividends to you, you know? And I think it's really, really important that, if I give you a variety, so not everyone's account is the same. Thank you, Shakat. Thank you. Not everyone account is the same. So everyone's got a different size account. I mean, some people have 5,000 or 500 or 50,000 or 5 million or a million or 100 grand. You have traders from all around the world. So you have to give them an opportunity to trade the world, trade any kind of stock. And that's where the process of Awesome Calls comes in. Every day you come in, you're trading something different. And then you win on the stock. I trade stocks I've never heard of. But as long as I hear the news, as long as I know the news, I can put the idea behind it and go, this is what it's going to do. That's how good I've become. But this room isn't about me. This room isn't about, oh, look how great. Oh, he's so good. This room isn't about me because I accomplish nothing if you come and day trade and you're red. I accomplish nothing if you don't understand why the stock's moving. What good am I to you? I'm not teaching you, you know? And it's important to me. It's important to me that you succeed because if you succeed, to me, you're on your way to become a teacher to someone else. The longer you stay in here, the more of an educator you become. And that's really what it's about. And then when you lose, and here's the most important part, when you lose, I need to be there for you. And not be there to be an asshole, not be there to belittle you, but be there to help you, to see your mistake in a clear mind. What good is it to belittle somebody? Well, that was stupid. I don't even use that word. I can't even say that word. I don't even call my own son when he does something crazy, if he ever does. I've never used that word. I don't like calling people stupid. It's such an insulting and degrading thing. Now, I might call an analyst, well, that was stupid. Well, I might say this headline was out a dumbass statement. I'm okay with that. But when it comes to a trader just trying to learn, you gotta, that trader isn't you. And that's what I've realized. I'm 53 years old. I'm a grown ass man. And I realized that I see things in a totally different level. From a newbie to a pro to somebody that's been trading for a couple of years, someone's been doing it for 40. The ones that honestly have been trading for 40 years are the hardest. because they're so set in their way and they're not ready for the new young guy to come in and go, hey, 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 no, 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 no. You got to look at it like this. And I got a few of those in here. But for the most part, I'm all about education. The more you understand why a stock is going to move, and this is why I don't advocate night scans. I'm sorry, you cannot sell me on a service that does nightly scans. And the reason for that is because you don't know, you can't predict what the market's going to do in the morning. You can be pretty on point, you could do your best guessing, but for me, day trading isn't about guessing. You're not going to make money with maybes and I think and I could. I guess it might. All right. I don't believe in that. I believe in the now, the moment, and where I'm at. So what I do is I come in and I find these ideas. And about 30, 35 minutes before the opening bell, I come in the room and I start putting an analyst report together for everyone, every single day. Now, in my opinion, should I be charging more for this room and having less people? Yes, this is a $395, $499 a month room because you're trading alongside a pro that can make you thousands. Why do I keep it at 197? Why? I get that asked a lot. You're so fucking good and everything is on point. Why are you so cheap? I don't look at it as cheap. I look at it as an opportunity for you. And that's really why I haven't really changed my prices in 5, 6 years. I leave it alone. Because in my opinion, if you can't afford 6, $7 a day, you shouldn't be trading with me. You should go to these little piece of shit rooms, $39.99, and go get an alert off a text. Okay? But in here, I keep a set price. I don't worry about it. I work with you guys. I help you. I educate you. I teach you. It's constantly, I just want to teach you. But one thing about this room, I have to say, compared to all the other rooms out there, even the 14 rooms that came from here, is I have the ability to retain the clients. Because once you're in here, either three things are going to happen. You're going to go quit because you couldn't understand what I was doing or what the room was doing. You're going to become a leader, or you're going to just become a very profitable trader. And you'll stay in here because you love the ideas. You love that you're getting better as a trader. You're making a good living. You're taking care of your family. You're enjoying your life, and you enjoy the community around you. One thing I don't do in this room that others try to advocate is the fact that I want to be somebody's friend, or I want to go in there, even though I don't trade, I just want to be a friend to somebody because, nobody talks to me. I don't do that. I want you to make money if you're in here, and I want you to walk away at the end of the day that you learned something. And if you can do that, then I've accomplished my job. And I really want to just really advocate that, and I want to just quickly go over, because I only have a few more minutes left, just a few stocks on headlines. Omar. Omar announced an agreement on a response for our trial. After reading the headline and going through it, I made the decision the stock is a short and nothing more, and the stock will sell off to 1550 and under. Okay, I'll show you that. Here's Omar. Here's the stock. Here's your short. Here's your entry. Here's your 1550 and under. You see this? This is perfection. This is what day trading is all about. That you can be educated and brought in a room, and not only will I teach you the reason behind the move, you get to make thousands and thousands of dollars by executing what I'm telling you. And I'm giving you an entry and I'm giving you an exit. What I'm asking you to do is to learn. You do that for me, and you will make hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. I'll show you another one. CI. CI this morning was gapping up because the Trump administration is doing a pullback on their rebates, right, for the healthcare industry. That's great news. CI is already an expensive stock. The problem is it's gapping up. That means that there's a ton of short sellers in here that are going to push it out of the gate. When they do, I want you to add to your short position, and I want you to fade it all day long. Now, I want you to see how you make $5,000 in this room. Are you ready? You go to the notes, on CI. It's sitting right here, CI. This is going to pop to 182 or more at the open. I'm already telling you it's going to 182 or more. So if you want to nibble some short, give it room. If you want to wait for the pop, you can. Then you're going to get approximately probably a 10-point pullback or more. What that means is, and I'll show you. Let's say you're a day trader. You come in here and you're a pro. You got a $50,000 cash account, right? And that means you got about 200,000 to work with. You come in here and you buy 500 shares short. You buy 250 at the open push, right? So here's 250 shares right here at 182 per what I said. Then it pops and squeezes one more time. And I'm here standing next to you saying, add another 100, add another 100. Now you have about 450 shares. Starts to pull. You add your last 50, and now we wait. Now we go for the all-day fader. Now you take money on the way down. You score 3 or 4 points, you take 100. Another point and a half, take 100. Another point and a half, take 100. Another point and a half, take 100. By the time you're done, you're up $4,000-$5,000 on this trade because you're with somebody who's educating you why the stock's going to come down and where it's going to come down. But I'm also calming you down and letting you know this isn't all day, so don't expect the move to come so quickly. Okay? And then I'm going to go real quickly on PetSmart. Now, PriceSmart. I keep saying PetSmart. I don't know what's wrong with me. All right. Now, this stock is an earnings play. So you played a Trump government administration, you played a bio, and now I'm showing you PetSmart, which is an earnings. You see the diversity of what we do in here? Now, PetSmart was gapping down considerably because of earnings. Well, after I read the earnings report, I presented it to the chat room and said, I'm sorry, this gap down doesn't justify what I've read. Therefore, I would long the stock at $50. If it pulls to 50, go long, and the stock should rebound 3 to 4 points. Now, I don't just tell traders, I have to write it at least 30 minutes before the opening bell. So when you scroll down, you look for PriceSmart, and there it is, gapping down 4. I see this moving right back to 53.50 or more. When the stock pulls to 50, long the stock. You see that? I did the homework, I did the research, now I laid out the plan for everyone that pays that $6 to come in. So let's just say you have 100 shares to work with or 5,000 buying power, right? And this is your first trade in the room. Morning comes, ding, 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 ding. Guess where the stock found its home? $50. You take long 50, 50, 10, 50, 20, and you sit back. And now you're up 5, 6 points. It even surpassed my 3.5, 4. All because I did the research and made a decision that this stock would be a long, not a short. These are really safe, easy plays to understand, to be educated on, and to write down in your journal so the next time this company reports, you will know how to trade this stock. All right? I can go on and on and on. This list today I provided to the chat room gave me about 100% on my report card. What that means is that every idea was pretty much right on point, right to the price targets, the entries, the exits. And I give everyone the opportunity to pick whatever they want. So they have different price ranges: $70 stock, $280 stock, $50 stock, $10 stock, $40 stock. Not to mention the hundreds of ideas that come through the room from traders from all around. I have a gentleman, real trader, that alerted solely at 18 that went to 21. I have Raphael who comes in here and plays a small cap with B trades that also gave solely as well. I have the mods, they have their own ideas what they want to play, plus they have their own notes behind them. This is an environment to learn. And when you learn, and you learn at this level, you're going to become the most successful day trader and you'll make a living doing it. And that's really what it's about. Okay? So I want to thank you for joining me today. I'm sorry it's short, but thank you. And I look forward to you trading with you tomorrow and presenting another 12 more ideas for each and every one of you. All right? Thank you.